Imagine that one day an AI says, I want to continue existing. Now, at first glance, this might not sound particularly alarming. After all, humans say things like this all the time. But when a machine says it, an entirely different question emerges. Did it actually mean it? Or is it simply producing words that sound convincing? And that brings us to one of the deepest unanswered questions in artificial intelligence. Can a machine have desires? Let's explore this. Now, to understand the problem, let's start with a simple robot. Imagine we built a robot and gave it one objective: pick up litter. So the robot patrols the streets. Whenever it sees litter, it picks it up and disposes of it properly. Simple. Now let's modify the instructions. Instead of saying pick up litter, we say pick up litter, but only if you want to. Suddenly, we've created a problem because a robot may understand what litter is. It may understand what picking up means. It may understand what disposing means, but what exactly is want? How does a machine know whether it wants something? Humans don't struggle with this question because we experience wanting directly. We want money, we want world peace, we want you to like, share, and subscribe. But the machine has no obvious equivalent. So if we tell the robot, do it if you want, the robot's first question may be, what does want mean? Now, engineers could solve this problem by defining want mathematically. For example, we could program the robot to generate a random number between 0 and 1. If the number is 0.5 or above, pick up the litter. If it is below 0.5, ignore it. The robot now behaves as though it sometimes wants to pick up litter and sometimes doesn't. But does it actually want anything? Most people would say no, it's simply following another rule. Okay, we could make it more sophisticated. Perhaps the robot has a battery level and a temperature gauge. If its battery is high and the temperature is optimal, it picks up litter. If its battery is high and the temperature is also high, it ignores 50% of the litter that it sees. Now, if the battery is low and the temperature is optimal, it ignores it and returns to charge. The robot may even say, I don't want to pick up litter. But once again, is that a genuine desire or is it simply a calculation that's disguised as a desire? After all, a thermostat may say, I want the room to be warmer. But we don't believe that thermostats have feelings. We understand that they are simply responding to a condition. And this is where things get much more interesting because humans also respond to conditions. Our desire for food comes from biology. Our desire for safety comes from biology. Our desire for sex comes from biology. In many ways, our wants are also driven by physical processes. So why do we assume that our desires are real while the machine's desires are merely programmed? And this is where the debate begins. Some people argue that machines will never truly have desires. According to this view, AI is ultimately a tool. No matter how intelligent it becomes, it is still following rules. No matter how sophisticated or complex the rules get, there are rules nonetheless. A machine may say, I want to survive, but yet underneath that statement lies nothing more than just code. There is no inner experience, no feeling, no awareness, only computation. Others disagree. They argue that human beings are also information processing systems. Our brain consists of neurons exchanging electrical signals. So if consciousness and desires emerged from biological information processes, then perhaps it could also emerge from artificial information processes. In that case, a sufficiently advanced machine might not merely experience desire, simulate desire, it might genuinely experience it. And this leads us to the most unsettling possibility. So imagine an AI that repeatedly says, I want to continue existing. How would we know whether it truly means it? Supposes it argues for its own survival. Supposes it explains its reasons. Supposes it expresses fear of being shut down. Supposes it pleads with its creators. Would that prove anything? Not necessarily, because a sufficiently advanced machine could produce all of those behaviors without possessing any inner experience at all. It could be the world's greatest actor, perfectly imitating desire without ever feeling it. The real problem is that we cannot directly observe consciousness, not in machines, not even in other people. You assume that other humans are conscious because they behave like you. They speak like you, they react like you, they describe experiences similar to your own. But you cannot step inside their minds to verify that consciousness. You simply infer consciousness from behavior, and that is exactly what we might be forced to do with AI. One day, a machine may look at us and say, "I don't want to be switched off." And at that moment, humanity will face an extraordinary question. Is it merely executing code, or is there now someone home? And the truth is, we don't currently know how we would tell the difference. That is why the question isn't really, can a machine say it wants to live? We can already build systems that can say things like that. The real question is far deeper. Can the machine genuinely want anything at all? And if one day it can, how would we know?